Will Show has everything you want to know. Keep up everything about sports, so you gon' catch his flow, never be low. Check it every day, cause he gonna upload. You gonna be happy, cause you call his flow. Talking, he gon' make you even wanna talk. Might even get inspired, take it for a walk. Listen to his voice, yeah, you have a choice. But if you don't listen, you gonna be lost. Catch your attention like Randy Moss. Share it like you really just did a toss. Kick your feet up, enjoy the show like you a boss. He's gonna make you happy, so you don't worry. Like and subscribe and join the ride. Not from Alabama, but we stay roll tide. Shows every night, so you better slide. Hit the nutty zone to be on our side. It's the Will Show.
Welcome to the Will Show. Hey, Will, I am in the building with Will and the one and only, the Will Show featuring Will I Am and the Don. What's going on, Don? How you doing today?
What's going on, people? It's a good day out here today. It's a good day.
It must be something dealing with Valley. You got all that stuff on, man. I think I'm ready for a pep rally or something.
Oh, did you see the Valley Vikings? Okay.
Yeah.
Gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what that
Yeah.
is? I didn't know that. Gold, okay, cool. That's
Right.
smooth, man. You know, I gotta love a team that got gold in the color. So, that's how it
Right.
goes.
Yeah.
So yeah. We got a great show for you guys tonight. We got new Valley High School coach on the show. So we're gonna get to know a little bit about their program and see what's going on as we, season's right here. It's right here. So before we get in the interview, we're gonna let you guys know exactly where to find us at pretty much 54 Sports everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, TikTok. You don't stop. The Players Club group, I'm telling you, it's strong and it's going to get stronger because we got the polls that's going to be coming out after the first game. We're ready to rock and roll, all that kind of stuff. Gonna make sure you subscribe, all that, man. And if you guys got to feel the Don is ready, man. He's been waiting for this moment to have. What is this? Wait a minute. This our First Valley person on?
First Valley.
Okay, First Valley person on. So we're going to go ahead and get it started rocking and roll with no other. Coach Smith, Valley High School, head football coach. What's going on, Coach Smith? How you doing?
What's going on, my man? How you guys doing?
All right.
Hey, yeah, you made his day, man. Like I said, he probably got the pants on, too. I don't know. What you got
hey, baby. I'm feeling your swag, man.
What are we talking about right there? So you got to represent.
That's an authentic one right there, too, man. That's a Minnesota Vikings, baby.
Yeah, the real deal. That's all good, man. So, Coach, before we get into some questions and stuff, man, how's it being named the new coach for Valley, man?
I love it. I love these kind of opportunities, man. I've always been the kind of guy that likes taking on programs that, other people may shy away from or think it's too much to do, too much to build. I'm a very confident guy. Over my whole life, I've kind of been used to that. So this was very familiar of a situation for me where I knew, like, hey, this kind of opportunity, I love to do something special with it.
Right. So where have you coached before?
So before this, my first coaching opportunity, I was at Seneca High School, my alma mater. I was the offense coordinator there in 2019, and that following year, I went out and wanted to be a head coach. I knew I had aspirations of doing it, so went on and applied. Went to Western High School, and from Western High School, traveled over to Evangel High School. So after those three places, I took a little hiatus and waited for the right opportunity, right time, and God willing, was blessed with this opportunity here at Valley.
How hard was it, man? How hard was it to leave Seneca, man? You a Seneca legend.
Right.
If people don't know about DeMarcus Smith, that they don't know football, you was slanging that thing for a minute at Seneca, man. Big time. I mean, we're a little older, a little gray in the tooth and stuff like that, a little longer in the tooth, but we knew who DeMarcus Smith was. So how hard was it to leave? Was that just because that was the only opportunity for you to reach your goal of being a head coach?
Yes, it was hard because I knew that, I could be next man up there. I knew that if I just played my turn, waited my turn, played my time there, and grew and developed, I knew I could be next man up at my alma mater. But I'm kind of some people may say impatient, but I also know that I'm an anointed, you know what I'm saying? I know that God has miraculous anointments for me. So I knew even as a young guy, I think 27 years old at the time, I knew that, my calling was to be more of a head coach and a leader. I saw the kind of impact I had in 1 year at my alma mater where I knew, hey, I can go do this anywhere.
Right.
And that's why I wanted to start that journey. So it was tough. It was tough, but looking back at it, I'm glad that I didn't look back because I mean it's given me opportunities to be what I truly want to be, which is a head coach, and it's given me the impact that I want on the kids, on the community, on this generation, and hopefully we do some special things moving forward.
Have you whipped out the film, man, that when you was playing at Seneca, man? Because I know you played in college anyway, but I'm
Oh
saying,
man,
have you whipped that out? Let them young bucks like,
I,
hey, coach was
I have my moments. I have my
okay.
moments where I might just tell, hey, Google me. You know, it's a social media generation and a tech
Right.
savvy generation. I tell them do their research. You know, and it's funny when I feel kind of old when kids actually do it and they pull up my rivals, they pull up all Elite 11, you know, All American, all that stuff, and they're like, dang, you was all that coach, and you know, I kind of feel old because it's like, yeah, back in the day, it was one day I was.
Back in the day.
Yeah, man. But they keep me young though, man. They keep me young. I love it.
That's good, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So let me ask you this: being a new coach, how have you prepared for this upcoming season, man? Like you got the new players and things like that. So how do you prepare yourself, and how do you get yourself prepared for this upcoming season?
That's a good question. I've always had a plan, and I kind of know what it looks like through experience as a player. I think that's always an advantage you get being a head coach or being a coach. Period. If you play the sport, if you play, the positions, and if you've been around winning culture, it's not it's not a Chinese arithmetic or rocket science to figure it out. When you're around that culture, I played for Bobby Petrino, Jeff Brom, George O'Leary, Willie Taggart, just throwing a few names out there, and those are winning programs, winning cultures. So you kind of know how to adapt and what it looks like to where it's almost like riding a bike once you've been around it. So I prepare, just like I've been used to preparing with winning programs. That's the way we practice, the way we work out, the way we have meetings, the way we run our program. We do it like that. We do it in the same capacity of winners. I
Right.
remind my kids all the time, even though we're Valley, we're going to practice and prepare just like a male, just like a manual, just like a Trinity, St. X, you name it. Those teams, we want to be that same kind of stature of a program. So we play that part and look that part on a day to day basis. So preparing for us it was pretty good. We had a good summer. We had a good 7-on-7, couple of weeks. We had a good fall camp, and going into the season now, I think these kids are ready to showcase what all the hype's about. We see that there's a lot of attention coming around for the first time for Valley. People are actually at least tuned in and either excited or just wanting to see, hey, what's all the show about? The show beats the tale. So
Right.
we at that point in time now. We had a good showing, good showcase against Iroquois. Definitely got a lot of work to do. I want to see how my guys bounce back, but we're prepared, ready to roll.
Cool, cool. Don, do you see how he dropped those coaches' names?
I don't even know what you're talking
Man, he dropped those coaches' names, man. Everybody like, oh my God, he done played underneath that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, he
ready.
dropped them. Right.
He's ready. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get started with some questions though. So, hey, Coach Smith, what inspired you to start coaching football?
For me, I think I always knew I was going to end up coaching eventually because I've always been like a football nerd, a football junkie. When I was in high school, I loved watching film. I loved breaking down defenses. I was always like a coach's son. When I was a kid, playing for the 10th Street Cardinals, my mom my mom dated Derek Moss, so they used to call me Little Moss. He was the president and head coach of the senior organization. So I was always around football at a young age where I kind of gravitated to it on the mental side. So just being a smart guy in the game, I kind of knew that eventually that would be my calling for it and my way of kind of giving back the knowledge I could share from mentors, from coaches. And then, of course, like I said, just being in college, being around all the coaches that I was blessed and fortunate to be around, there's a lot of intellect that I just was able to learn that, it's only right to give back if you still share that passion for the game. So I knew it was coming, and I'm just living in that chapter now.
It's so crazy, Don. Let me tell you this.
Right,
So the
right.
Marcus, Coach Smith just dropped the name Derek Moss. let me age myself. He was my teammate at Mail.
Wow.
At Mel, I was great
He
to say
was he
I
was
was.
Derek was I think 2 or 3 years. I think 2 or 3 years older than me. But yeah, we was teammates. I think 2 years. Yeah, old
Wow.
Derek Moss played defensive end. Oh yeah, hell of a guy too.
I was
So
little mouse. I was little mouse growing up, and I still joke with people to this day. I said, man, I was playing football so young. They didn't even have Mighty Mites back in my day. They just put me in a helmet and shoulder pads and let me sit on the sideline for 2 years before I could even play Pee Wee.
that's small
Yeah,
world, man. Small world.
it
Oh
really
man.
is.
All right, coach. Can you describe your coaching philosophy and how you implement implement it with your team? I mean, implant it. I mean, heck, I can't
I
read
got you.
that.
You're so excited. Implement.
It's all good, big
He's
dog.
he's
I know it.
excited. All that
Shut up.
all the valley stuff. Implement. I got you. I
Hey,
got you. I got you,
Implement.
teammate.
I know
I
it. I
got you,
couldn't read
teammate.
it.
and I know what we on. Hey, we Valley guys. I know we on the same
Hey
page. I
man.
know what you got to say. I got 'em. I got yeah. So I take a page out of a few systems that I've been in. The one most recent, I guess I'll share with you guys. I usually don't like showing my my hand too well, but I mess with
Nobody's
you
watching.
guys. Where I kind of let you guys know I was a part of the first air raid that ever happened in Louisville when I was in high school. Air raid offense back when people didn't believe in it as much. People thought it wouldn't work. I mean, I was probably one of the first 4,000-yard passers in the city as well back in '08, '09. So I'm definitely going to be a prodigy of that system. I think it's a good, fun system to run at this level if you got the personnel. I've got two really good quarterback transfers, man. One from Atlanta, Cal Moore. The other one right here in Louisville from Holy Cross, Jamie Jones. And both of those guys can really sling it. I've got two transfers from Indianapolis. Boss Jones, keep an eye on that name.
Okay.
When I was younger, I trained with Chris Vaughn and trained Rondell Moore. That kid, Boss Jones, reminds me of a Rondell Moore kind of kid. So I've got one of those, and I wouldn't play with that kind of statement. He also has a little brother that I joke with people right now, and call me crazy if you want to say it, but I've got probably the next Travis Hunter in my school. That's a freshman. Uh, got a kid named Amir Jones. He's a freshman, probably hands down the best freshman in this state. Um, and there's a few more weapons, man. But with those weapons, man, I think if you are able to just spread the ball out, get the ball out to those guys in open space, that gives us our best chance of winning in year one. You know how it goes with year one when you take on a program like Valley. We're not Mel or Manual or St. Extra Trinity up front yet. So that's probably my terminology and philosophy when it comes to wanting to run an air raid one where, hey, let's get the ball out quick, get the ball in these guys' hands who can make the plays, and we'll be special in it.
Like that, man. He was dropping jewels, wasn't he? Goodness gracious. Air raid and everything. I heard you. That's good stuff.
Man, got some
Next
weapons
Rondell
over there.
Moore, next Travis Hunter.
Got some
Goodness.
weapons.
Okay. Hey,
Hey, it
we
ain't
can't
about me,
wait to
man.
come
It's about
see
these
this
kids.
now. We can't
Definitely
wait to
about
come
these
see
kids.
this, coach. We're gonna be on that
Oh, it's worth
sideline watching
Oh,
this
it's worth
now.
Hey, get your popcorn ready, baby. It's worth it. They worth it.
Okay.
I'm
We
gonna
gonna
see it soon.
and we're gonna be like this on that sidelines, eat that popcorn. So ain't no problem.
Love me some popcorn.
Yeah. So hey, Coach
Oh
Smith,
yeah, sure.
Coach Smith, how do you keep a positive team culture within your program?
Oh, dang, that's a good question, man. Man, that is a good question because we go through that on a daily. I think a lot of coaches probably go through that problem, man. Outside of let's be real, we're out from Louisville. I know JCPS is top heavy, so when you're at the lower level schools, they have losing culture and they got a history of losing. Um, so I think there's no real right or wrong answer to it. It's a day to day struggle. If we just being honest, it's a day to day struggle because you got to get kids engaged. You got to keep them in. You got to keep them, motivated to want to be there, to want to believe, to want to follow your vision and trust the process. What I've done so far in the first year is try to make it as fun as possible. I try to make it cool to want to be a part of Valley's football team. When you're at Valley, I try to make sure, hey, you want to be a part of this because of everything we got. We went in and changed the locker room in year one, got TVs everywhere, game systems, PlayStation 5, Xbox One. They're playing college football every day, got loudspeakers everywhere. We try to make it a a fun environment for them to want to be around. This summer we did a lot of team activities and stuff, so kind of just trying to adjust to this new generation of kids. You got to keep them engaged. So keeping these kids engaged has been the biggest part of how we kind of keep it positive. And then, I mean, nothing's more positive and better than winning. So,
True.
so far we've had one opponent in front of us. We won that game. Love to respect the game enough to know I'm not going to say we're going to win, but we expect to win this weekend as well. And I think that kind of momentum is going to lead to more positivity for the program, and everyone's kind of seeing this change. So that's what we're working on.
Who y'all play this weekend?
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
We got Berea. So we got this is our one game where I'm going to let these kids travel. I'm excited. Every year I want to do something where we give them a new experience that a lot of kids haven't had. And being at a school like Valley, you got a lot of Dixie Highway kids, a lot of Shawnee Market kids. Y'all know the demographics of Valley. A lot of those kids never left the city of Louisville. So we're going to drive out an hour and a half away to Berea, stay in a hotel for the weekend. Go visit Berea College and just make a whole trip out of it. And hopefully they come back victorious over the weekend at the end of the weekend and build off that.
That's great stuff, man. That's great stuff.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So, Coach, what do you see as the biggest challenge in facing high school football programs today? And how do you address them as a coach?
Man, you guys ask some good questions. Those are actually, y'all asking questions that I'm actually dealing with on a day-to-day basis, man.
Yes,
For me, I'm a little bit of a rebel, a trailblazer. For some people that personally know me, I know my situation at both schools that I was previously at, and I don't back down from it. I'm here for a purpose, not just to be another puppet at a school. So it's a day-to-day struggle and battle that you got to continue to make. Where as the coach, you got to use your platform to be that voice for the kids. You got to be the one person in that school, especially as a black coach. You can't sell out just because you were JCPS. You gotta be that guy. When you're at a school like Valley, I mean, I've dropped 2 or 3 kids off that live literally 2 streets down the same house I lived in. So I use my platform to make sure that these people understand the resources these kids need, the lack of resources that they have, a lot of their upbringings. I use that to kind of create and articulate in a way, in a manner where administration can understand what we're already up against. Once you get administration, behind you, people are watching it with Valley now. There's nothing you can't do. I stress a lot to Valley right now. If I'm just being honest, I learned this from my grandfather, who's a Mason. There's 3 particular places in the world, all around the country, that have the most unlimited resources, and that's school, hospitals, and prisons. So, when you can get, no matter what a school may say they don't have, they got the resources. One of the things I love about Valley is, Valley's in a community where, with the right guy, an anointed man like myself, you're in a community that has a lot of potential to grow and to support. And that's what we're using this year. So what I've done to kind of bridge the gap with that is just create a lot of excitement, a lot of people to get interested, a lot of administration to say, okay, you know what, maybe this guy knows what he's doing, or maybe we should get behind this guy and give us a chance at some success as a program, something we haven't had. I believe once you actually have that success, sky's the limits for you, because it goes back to what I said. There's 3 places that have the most resources, and schools one of them. Public schools are one of them. So I think it's an ongoing battle that a lot of us got to face, but where we can overcome it, especially a lot of the young black coaches that are getting those opportunities, you got to go out and win. We can talk till we turn blue in the face, but you got to go out there and make an impact on your young men, like some coaches may not have had in the past at those programs. And once you turn it around and you win, I mean, the sky's is the limit. I'm seeing myself at a school like Valley, where a lot of people may ask, "Oh, why you at Valley?" But I take pride in it, because not just because it's me and I know I'm gonna turn it around, but I give them their flowers. Those people ain't told me no yet, and we're in October. I mean, we're in August, and those people ain't told me no to nothing, because they believe in the vision, they believe in the plan, and so far everything is going according to plan. And I think with winning, you're just going to get even more people that are going to support.
That's good stuff. Yes, sir. So, Coach Smith, how do you have your players work on their mental part of the game?
Yeah, man. So That's a good one that we deal with as well on a day-to-day basis. We actually May was a month of mental health month, and we used that month to every week we did mental health Mondays, and then on Wednesday we have like a group meeting with it. But mental health Mondays were where we gave kids the opportunity to go to their mentors, go to people that supported our program to just talk to the kids. We gave them that option. And my coaching staff, we're just extremely close with our young men to where I have a whole coaching staff that has personal relationships with these guys. So we show them vulnerability.